Welcome to my channel Learn with Fun. I have already posted two or three videos on ethics and values, and I think this is the last video, and these are the question answers of 5 marks. Means each question carries 5 marks. What is dowry and what are the steps taken by our state to prohibit dowry? Simply, dowry means the money or property brought at marriage. Dowry depends on several factors like region, caste, the groom's education, the bride's skin color, and so on. It means that you have to give definition what is dowry first. Then traditions and dowry means how traditions and dowry related to each other. Paying and accepting dowry is a century country's old tradition. Though the dowry system has been illegal in India since 1961, dowry was paid in 95% of the marriage. Families' preparations for giving the groom a dowry start with the birth of a baby girl and continue until she gets married. Dowry and child marriage. Dowry contributes in the increasing of child marriage in different ways. The amount paid as dowry by the bride's family to the groom's family increases as the girl grows older. This compels parents to take children out of the school and marry them at an early age to avoid to pay a higher amount of dowry. This happens more often when she is a young girl. Such torture violates her human rights. Dowry death. Dowry deaths are deaths of married women who are murdered or driven to suicide by continuous harassment and tortured by their husbands and in-laws over a dispute about their dowry. Dowry deaths are increasing day by day. In 2019 alone, 7,115 cases of dowry deaths were registered. Then steps taken by government to prohibit dowry. The Dowry Prohibition Act prohibited the demanding, giving and taking of dowry. This act clearly says that a person who gives or takes or helps in the giving or taking of dowry can be jailed for 5 years and fined Rs 15,000. This act empowers state government to appoint dowry prohibition officers who not only have a preventive role but also have powers to collect evidence against people who take dowry. Despite of such laws, dowry continues to be chronic feature of Indian marriages. So this is your question answer. Then next question is that women need to have equal property rights with their male counterparts. Comment means you have to give your views. Women and property rights. Property is a system of rights that gives people legal control over valuable things. In other words, simply property means what a person owns. Ownership of property allows people to lead an economically secure life. The Indian Constitution eliminates all forms of discriminations against women and declares men and women have the equal right to own property. Women's property rights in the Indian legal system. In India, property is treated as the monopoly of the man. Women were deprived of property right. According to Article 17 of Universal Declaration of Human Rights, Indian Constitution provides equal property rights to both men and women. The Hindu Succession Act 1956 allowed widows to have a right to inheritance from their deceased husband's property, even if they remarry. According to Hindu Succession Amendment Act 2005, every daughter, whether married or unmarried, is considered a member of her father's Hindu in undivided family. She can even be appointed as Karta, manager of her father's property. Then functioning of women's property rights. Women and men have equal rights over property as members of the society. We need to give up the wrong notion that property is created only by men. Women even equally create property and therefore they should have equal rights over them. When women can enjoy their rights over inheritance and property, then it will lead to their real empowerment. Actually, property is a powerful means to better women's status in the uh, family and in society, to eradicate their poverty and to ensure a violence-free and healthy life for them. Then another question is that discuss the need of moral education in our system of education. Means where we will read the moral education. So education is only complete when it leads to all-round development of the individual. It includes not only mental but also moral development. Moral education imbibes ethics and values in students. It influences the social thinking of the individual. Actually, moral education is a basic need for modern times where we witness degradation of moral values. The benefits of ethics and values education are: it helps one to differentiate between right and wrong. It gets reflects in one's personality to aim at all-round development of a person. It makes the youth aware of bad or destructive values and helps in getting away bad influences in the society. It teaches the youth to avoid violence, crimes, child abuse, disrespect of women, etc. It helps in building self-confidence and positive approach. It helps in ensuring harmony and peace with self. It helps in finding out true purpose of life. It motivates one to be dedicated, unselfish, loving, caring for others. It leads to an understanding of interdependence between family, society, nation, and the world. Really, moral education is important as it teaches diversity, tolerance, mutual respect, and pluralistic values. These values express idea about the good life. Moral education helps the students to acquire those virtues or moral habits that will help them to lead a healthy life. So these are the answers of 3 questions, and I think it may be helpful in your examination. Thank you. So subscribe my channel, like and share my channel to get the other videos.